Welcome to Heartland Heartbeat, where we keep our finger on the pulse of life in Southeast Missouri. I'm your host, Lee Green.
Those years teaching were invaluable to me.
Yes, sir. And being a graduate of Mizzou, I take it that you are a Tigers fan, right?
Oh, you bet. Go Mizzou. You know, I like to watch football games and keep up with the Tigers, and very proud of that fact as well.
We'll be right back. Yes, ma'am. It's funny that you should say that, because that was my next question. How exactly did Thrive get started?
Well, like I said, we did the survey, and we decided we needed a committee to look at what we could do for youth in our community. And one of our volunteers had actually lived in a community where they did 40 developmental assets, which is what Thrive is based on. And so rather than recreating the wheel, we decided to look at something that already existed and was successful in other communities.
This is Heartland Heartbeat, and we'll be right back. Born in Cape Girardeau to a military father, you learned to travel the world early, being stationed in Texas, the Philippines, Washington, D.C., and California. What was it like bouncing around as a kid?
Well, you know, it's kind of weird being the new guy in school all the time. And after a while, you just develop a thick skin and a smiling, funny attitude. I was the class clown. So I'd come into a new school and I'd start cracking jokes and acting up, and that's how I assimilated into new schools. But
Class of '94.
Class of '94, so you're a little up there in age, I see.
36, if you want to consider that up there in age. You know, I'm living.
Right.
At the time, the only thing that was on the air was Jim Bob and Bubba bass fishing shows.
I'm sorry. I've never heard of it, but it sounds hilarious.
You've seen the shows where the guys just catch fish week after week. They go, "Hey, Jim Bob, how you doing over there? Oh, Bubba, I got a good one over here." You know, I mean, they're okay, but they're kind of boring.
Boring, yes, sir.
You know?
But we do, for those that change their mind, give them as many resources as we possibly can, so that they're off to a decent start when they leave our services with that child.
Yes, ma'am. My mother always used to say, whether it's parenthood or a job, if you go into any situation with just a little bit of doubt, chances are you're not going to really be successful. This is Heartland Heartbeat, and we'll be right back. Under 1 minute before we go to commercial break, you have had some pretty famous guests, with retired quarterback Kurt Warner being my favorite. Can you name some of the guests that have been on your show?
Well, another quarterback, Darryl LaMonica, the Mad Bomber from the Oakland Raiders. He and I elk hunted. Jim Hart used to be the St. Louis Cardinals quarterback. He's been on the show. But Ollie North, General Chuck Yeager, Jesse Ventura, Governor George Pataki.
Been around a couple of celebrities, a lot of celebrities in your life. Do you still get starstruck?
No. I mean, you know, like I said, you're talking about AJ Calloway, and you know, a lot of guys I know, they're friends of mine, and no, I mean, they're just all good friends, and we keep it professional.
Jeremy J. Ford is the guest. Lee Green is the host. Heartland Heartbeat the show. We'll be right back. I remember being 10 or 11, and me and my dad was watching your show. I seen you shoot a cantaloupe from maybe 20 yards away. You, sir, are a marksman.
Well, again, you have to be proficient in your craft. And if I'm going to produce a hunting show, by golly, I better know how to shoot, and I better know how to fish, and make all these things perform on camera, because this is the toughest production in the world. Because when you take cameras into the bush and interact with wildlife, there is no second take. All right, I have yet to get a white-tailed deer to read my script.
Lee Green was the host. Heartland Heartbeat is the show. We'll see you next time.